Good afternoon. My name is Scott Ruther, Chief Strategic Officer at T3Live.com. Welcome to today's recap and look ahead.
观众朋友们，大家好，欢迎收看今天的直击美股，我是主持人张叔，在纽约向您问好。周一美股收跌，我们看到今天市场主要是受到了公共事业板块的拖累，以及投资人正在关心美国当前的经济数据。提到经济数据方面，今天数据是非常清淡，出台的只有美国制造业的 PMI 指数是从4月份的50.8下降到了50.4。但是不管怎么样，经济数据的一个回温依然是给美联储加息更多的想象。像今天圣路易斯联储主席就出来表示，当前的就业市场比较良好，而这也是给未来的一个通胀以压力。而他这番话无疑是暗示了6月份的加息很可能依然在讨论当中。但同时，我们看到随着加息预期的一个提升，市场上关于美元的反应以及对于大宗商品的打压，依然是关注的一个重要的方面。而我们看到今天，包括像原油以及黄金，也是以收跌来结束了今天的一个交易日。但在上一个星期呢，以及在之前前2个月，这2个大宗商品的表现都非常良好，因此相信随着加息的这样的一个预期的一个升温呢，这2个交易品种，这2个大宗商品将会承受更多的压力。好的，更多的消息，让我们来看一下今天交易员的独家分析。Hi Scott, your stocks traded lower today as utilities lag, and the people, I think they're waiting for indications on the timing of the Federal Reserve's next rate hike. So how to think about the overall market, because we see a lot of sideways?
Yes, well, sideways is somewhat expected considering last week. Remember, we had a big range. The S&P broke below 2040, hit 2025 and bounced back. So today we had one of those days where we call it a very narrow range. Sometimes it's a precursor to a bigger move. Sometimes you get a few of them. Okay. So if you look here at the chart of the SPX, you'll see that I guess it makes some sense, right? You have the upper resistance all the way up here near 2100. Here's when tech earnings started right around here. If you look right around this 2100, and we saw some companies miss, so we had a bit of a pullback. So the question is, was this the pullback? And we wound up holding the 200-day, which is healthy. And we had a little bit of a reversal last week, but we're still, against this descending channel of resistance. So I think, if you take a closer look here, you will see that today for active traders, we had a very narrow range, but we're still below the moving averages. So we'll see, can we hold sideways and at some point get a little bit of power to close above this 2060? If not, when we roll back, all of a sudden, these are the levels in front of you, 2041, which is flat on year, very important. And then last week's low is 2025. But at this point, don't overdo it. We have a lot of time between now and when the Fed has to meet, and a lot of time between now and when Yellen speaks on Friday.
Yeah, just as you said, for this week, we will have more Federal Reserve's officials coming out and make some speech. But on the other side, some people think they are test of water about the market. How will they react in the dollar side? So today we see the oil and the gold closed lower. So do you think gold and oil already feel some pressure about it?
Yeah, the pressure started last week. Once the minutes came out, oil got hit quickly, gold got hit quickly. So we're wondering how much do they go down this week?
Yep.
And they didn't go down that much. So we'll see what happens in the next few sessions. I think it's going to be important to watch. Just think in your head, oil. You can't get too bearish on oil if it holds above 47. Okay? You can't get too bearish on gold if it holds above 1240. And if the commodities are going to be weak, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the banks that have been stronger. So let's just go real quickly to a chart of JP Morgan. I think we'll simplify it and show JP Morgan that if JP Morgan could hold, this area, which is right here, just say above 6290, there's a small chance that the banks can get another move to the upside. If JP Morgan starts to lose this area, which is about 63, and starts to head back lower, and it negates the power of that day that the minutes came out, then maybe the banks don't serve as a catalyst, and that the commodities don't get too beat up. But as of right now, we're looking to see some strength in the banks stay, and we'll see if 47-ish could hold in oil.
Okay, and speaking of specific stocks, Apple has another great day, closed, I think, most 1% higher, because the Taiwan reporters, they think this company just asked suppliers to produce more iPhone 7s. And also, on the other side, stocks such as Facebook and Amazon, they are a little bit lackluster. So how to think about these two different
Well, kind of like the trade changed a little bit. Last week when Berkshire came out and said they had a stake in Apple, all of a sudden Apple reclaimed 92.5. So that's when the trade changed short term, and it took back the 8-day. You look at Apple, a spot to switch some gears, which we go over right here. Okay, a lot of guys were thinking maybe it could fall apart below 92, and it tried. That was right here, but once it reclaimed it, you had to switch gears, get out of your short, maybe long. It broke this descending channel and took back the 8-day, and now look at it. So at this point, you have the post-earnings pivot right there where it might stall in front of, and as long as Apple's above this 8-day, tactically, I think traders are looking at it constructively. But then on the flip side, Amazon and Facebook, which both had great earnings, have been faltering. And now Facebook, that failed here at 121, is in jeopardy of getting into its earnings gap. So I think at this point, most momentum traders are probably out of it because we're below the 8 and 21 day, and we'll see tomorrow whether it could go below this and maybe find some support near the 50-day. So I think tomorrow it'll be interesting to see what happens with Facebook, if it could fill this gap and maybe be a buying opportunity or really get weaker. And if it gets really weaker, I think that it's going to get a little bit more of a risk down approach from traders out there.
Okay, that's all we have for today.
And we'll have more tomorrow, so make sure to tune in, and thanks for coming with us today.
感谢您的收看，我们明天再见。